General store. I thought they said Stephanie lived next door to me. I'll go to the general store. A phallic symbol thrusting boldly upwards from the concrete, ever ready to spew forth. This game is really penis heavy. The neon letters drone relentlessly, eternally frozen at 4:05. Harvest bake sale this Friday in the school gym. He's too busy working to notice you. A shoddy old TV missing the VHF knob.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store. So who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Dean Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious. I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. My so-called mother keeps him locked in his room. And I can't get in.
The way he talks.
Care to buy anything today?
My so-called mother. Keeps him locked in
Just
his
point to
room.
whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
I'm sure I'll need, like, all these frickin' items. Wrench sounds good, though. A slightly used wrench, you must pay Mrs. Phelps before you can buy anything.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy? Just point to whatever you...
I must not have enough money. I only have like a quarter from my desk. Yeah, let's count the penis references, innuendos, everything like that. We're on a high bar already. Post office. Looks like Mrs. Pastorelli forgot to put out the paper for Jimmy. What? How do you know her name if you have amnesia? Also, what did that music remind me of? Tom and Jerry that was playing in that convenience store. Do 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 do. 3 clocks 3 times. These mailboxes seem hardly used. A zip code map with Harvest Dead Center. Examine the woman. A blind woman is trying to read her mail. Okay.
Yes?
I need some help. Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
I'd like a lodge application, sure.
Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on. You must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
Can I go get one at the lodge instead?
Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right. Next time you post, don't forget.
Barber shop. What? Except for its occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if the sheep is alive or not. Made of solidified mousse and sticky hairspray, this lovely mannequin is a work of art. Uh-oh, game. Uh-oh, game. There you go. Uh-oh, game. Come on, you can do it. Stop! Goodness. Takes a true sportsman to hunt down those dangerous cows. The dangling television is sure to cause neck strain at this angle. Fancy barber pole secured with wall straight slot screws. There's an alien on the wall. An unfortunate extraterrestrial who had journeyed hundreds of light years to wind up mounted on a barber's wall. What? Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond, not understanding English. Picture of a young Mr. Pastorelli spaghetti on his mouth and all. It's a picture of a Mr. Pastorelli as a young buck. Clem Parsons took this rare photograph of an extraterrestrial. Colonel Buster Monroe flipping the bird from his B-17 cockpit.
Hello there, youngster. You say them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wild, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry. Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like.
Is that another
It ain't
penis
nothing but
reference?
colored
Can we
glass
count that
with
one?
Some bulbs stuck up in it, but he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation would want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Maybe them aliens, Clem?
Oh, Pete, don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science.
Alarm system.
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it through the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
Aliens.
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet? Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot. The Pastorelli's a funny sort. Foreigner, don't you know? He cuts hair
This
pretty
music
good, but he don't know
so
spit
broke.
about nothing else. You just ask him to hook up an alarm system if you need convincing. Anytime.
Like the music keeps breaking in every area when I go to like conversations. All right, guys. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh, who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right. This is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those that would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles. Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now?
Here we go.
I appreciate your honesty, comrade.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh. That's what I saw earlier today, and I was like, well, I'm playing this game tonight. I saw that cutscene, and I'm like, yep, playing this game tonight.
Why are you asking about the button, son?
I'm just a little nervous about it. I mean, suppose an accident happens.
Don't get your panties in a bunch, mister. The button is perfectly safe. I keep it on my person all the time. No commie bastard is getting his mitts on this button. No siree, Bob. No one initiates a nuclear holocaust in Harvest except...
Look how he bounced on one hand and shot me with his freaking gun with the other. Isn't that like the best gosh dang thing ever?
Son, when you've had your buddy shot in half, you know a thing or two about fear.
Oh my gosh, I
You
love
learn
it.
that when something actually happens, it's never as bad as you imagine it would be. Oh, sure, I can't write my name in the snow. I had to shell out a few simoleons for portable IV drips, colostomy bags, and so on. The pain is hardly what I'd call constant. I have my good days when I pass out completely. We're never asked to endure more than we're capable of handling, mister. Folks would die in a nuclear holocaust, but nobody would die who wasn't going to die anyway, sooner or later. And the rest of us? Why, we'd take a little R&R at the old radiation bunker, climb out in 2 weeks, and go back to work, refreshed and ready to contribute as productive members of society again. Makes me wonder why I don't just push the button. Take me a nice vacation. Can you give me any reason
This guy
why
has
I should?
the nuclear button. You can just tell him to blast away.
You're right, soldier. I'm sorry. Sometimes the intense pain clouds my mind. Kookaburras start whispering to me about the pretty mangoes in the high trees, and I know they can see me. They see all of us. Can't you hear them? Chattering with the llamas behind our backs? They want our cornflakes, but they won't take the milk!
Holy crap, man.
Have you lost your mind? You think you can toy with me just because I have no lower torso, you damn kid, you? Or maybe you're one of those commie bastards.
Lower torso.
You say before you came to Harvest, your lower torso was shot off in the war?
That's right. I was behind enemy lines. The night was dark. The rain wet. The plastique I was supposed to rig the bridge with, precariously sandwiched between my knees as I crawled in the muddy mud. I didn't see the Jerry taking aim at me with his machine gun until half of me was flying through the air. With a quick spray of bullets in a straight line, he'd shot my body clean in two. My lower body landed at that Jerry's feet. I can still hear him laughing as I started crawling in the general direction of England, calling behind me in broken English, "Mein Freund, where is your legs? Looky, what have we here? Some legs? Hey, did anyone lose some legs?" I'll never forget looking back over my shoulder and seeing that crowd doing the can-can with my legs. A few weeks later, with only my compass and a pair of nylons, I made it back to safety. Now the Krauts are our friends and the commie bastards are our enemies. But even so, there's at least one crowd out there that I'll never invite over to Sunday dinner.
Shady Oaks Mortuary. Professionally kept landscape. The hideous symbol stands out like a swastika or flattened spider. A large translucent window. What? No. These votive candles have been lit by many well-wishers for the dead, or one well-wisher with a lot of matches. A pair of comfortable-looking sofas. Schedule of this week's funerary events. Those dear to us who have passed recently, Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe. It's confusing when it says exit, because I always think that means leave the area. Oh lord, what is going on here? It's messy remains of some poor soul. Listen to the sound effects. Disembodied organ which was never meant to pump formaldehyde. Whew. On the counter sits a new tube of auto astral glue. Very nasty looking sink. A pair of bloody handprints are smeared across the glass of the window. The needle lies on 33 degrees Fahrenheit. The fan's whirring blades barely stir the stench-laden air. There are organic things floating in formaldehyde in these jars. The sort of things that make you want to look away before you can really see what they are, but your eyes won't oblige. Oops, he spilled.
Stephen,
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses.
Bake sale.
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families who wander into Harvest uninvited.
Then, the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters. Graves. You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses?
Order of the Harvest Moon.
As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs. Such as...
These
Pardon me,
sounds.
there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join, and join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you.
Wayward Hotel.
As owner of the only hotel in town, I do my best to accommodate any hobo who straggles into town, vacancies permitting.
Were the guys who dropped dead staying at your hotel?
I really don't recall. We get so many low-life dregs passing through here, I can't remember every little death that occurs.
Huh. Are there that many?
As I said, sliced open on a mortician's slab, every corpse looks the same. Red and juicy.
But surely you'd remember if these deaths were an unusual occurrence.
You sound like you're launching some sort of investigation, Stephen. That would be most unwise.
Losses? I already did losses, didn't I? I wonder what kind of stuff you can type.
Yes, I prepare them.
Whoa.
I use this astro glue to close my autopsy incision rather than sutures. It's much faster, more efficient. Of course, it only holds for a short while, but once they're in the ground, who cares if they split open? They will anyway. The pressure of the gases and the worms pressing outward, rupturing the cavity open. So why bother with...
I typed dead,
fancy
and that was his
needlework?
response.
A cold-blooded approach.
But what of my losses? Do you realize if it weren't for the efforts of the Order of the Harvest Moon, the bake sale and so forth, even with the Wayward Hotel, I'd be hard-pressed to stay in business? You're spouting gibberish. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.